Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and I think my Titan looks like he's about to be the next Doomslayer. I ran another poll after the previous one, and there was actually a majority vote for Titan this time, so here I am running a Solar Titan build, and it's been a lot of fun. Today the Lost Sector we are doing is Excavation Site 12, and we have Barrier and Unstoppable Champions. We have exactly one Barrier and 3 Unstoppable Champions. Solar Burn, which is plus 50% solar damage. No arc shields, actually. That's not true. While I think there's supposed to be an arc shield, he doesn't have one. And Scorched Earth doesn't really matter because enemies throwing grenades doesn't matter if they're not alive. To do this effectively, I am running an anti-barrier pulse rifle, an unstoppable glaive, and Gallahorn. For my anti-barrier pulse rifle, I'm running the Syncopation. This has been my baby for a very long time. I've put way too many kills on it, and I really like it. It's just Outlaw and Headstone, and I've used it for quite a lot, but any pulse rifle will do in its place. For my glaive, I am using Lubray's Ruin in order to get the plus 50% damage boost from Solar. You don't need Lubray's, it's really just a tool to stun the Unstoppables, but it is good to have that extra 50% damage as it does one-shot all of the trash ads. And then for the heavy weapon, I am using Gallahorn. You could use any rocket, but Gallahorn does an unbelievably high amount of damage to champions, and if you're lucky, allows you to completely ignore the barrier champion and just walk over him. But that can be difficult to time, and sometimes they don't like cooperating. For my subclass, I am running Sunbreaker, of course, with Consecration. It allows you to slide and do like a little wave attack, and then you hit the melee button a second time, and you smash into the ground and cause ignitions, and everything explodes, and sunspots are everywhere, and fire is great. And then Sol Invictus allows you to spawn sunspots, which when you get a solar ability final blow, it creates this like burning little tornado thing, and you stand inside of it, and you gain a little bit of restoration. And enemies that walk into it get burned. With that, I am running thermite grenades that I can charge my Heart of Inmost Light. I'll talk about that in a second. And my melee, I'm using Hammer Strike, but I usually am just using Consecration's melee. I'm also running Ember of Torches, which powered melee attacks make me radiant. Ember of Ashes, and I apply more Scorch stacks to targets, which allows me to cause more ignitions. Ember of Empyrean, once I get Restoration, my solar weapon or ability kills. Ember of Empyrean, once I get Restoration, my solar weapon or ability kills extend the duration of Restoration and Radiant, which means hopefully I could have it for the entire Lost Sector. But that usually doesn't pan out because of the lack of enemies in general. And Ember of Solace, Radiant, and Restoration effects have increased duration. When you activate them, they go straight to 12 seconds is usually what happens. If the boss lives long enough for me to get my super, I have Burning Maul, it'll destroy him. With that, I am running on my helmet in Ashes to Assets to gain bonus super energy and grenade kills. So as I said, if he stays alive, you can get your super. And I'm running Bountiful Wells so that spawning mods stack, allowing me to use more of them to get more elemental wells. With that, of course, I'm running Anti-Barrier Pulse Rifle and Unstoppable Glaive on my arms. Don't forget those. And Well of Life. When you pick up a solar elemental well, it gives you a different kind of healing than Restoration, but it lasts for 10 seconds and is constant regeneration. Heart of Inmost Light is pretty much the center of this build. If you saw my Titan Solar Burn Everything build, this is the centerpiece of that entire thing. Using an ability, Grenade, Melee, or Barricade empowers the other two. So say you put your Barricade up and your Melee and Grenade gain Empowered ×1, which means that they do more damage and they recharge faster. So what this exotic is really good for is you burn all 3 abilities really quickly, you start charging all of them really quickly, and they all do more damage, and it's pretty much an infinite loop, especially once elemental wells are in play. I'm also running elemental ordnance. This is one of 2 elemental ordnances I'm running, which allows me to spawn 3 elemental wells in total every time I get a grenade kill. And then on my chest piece as well, I am running concussive dampener and armor of the dying star to decrease damage from solar and void. There's a lot of solar damage, specifically the Colossi have really high damage machine guns that can tear you apart very quickly, even at tier 10 resilience like I am. And Concussive Dampener is an AoE damage reducer. And then on my boots, I have another Elemental Ordnance. And on my mark, I have Classy Restoration, which allows me to gain Restoration ×2 when I put up my barricade. It doesn't make you immortal in this Lost Sector because the machine guns can still tear you apart, but it is a lot of health that makes you almost immortal to trash ads. And Revitalizing Blast, sometimes it's buggy depending on how laggy you are, but stunning a champion causes it to ignite and gives you a little bit of health. Um, it is a pretty solid mod because it adds an extra huge amount of damage to stunning your champions for free, allowing you to essentially combo them with just about any abilities and they fall over. It's pretty nice. And of course, before you farm, make sure you put a armorer on. I'm pretty sure that allows you to focus your exotics to get stat rolls that you want. So make sure, like, say you want resilience on your exotics, put on resilience armorer, or discipline for more grenades, or so that Bungie values your time more with RNG. And with that, let's get to the Doomslaying. All right, so the first thing we do and come into this room, stun this Unstoppable. Okay, that was weird. Stun the Unstoppable and hit him once with your Galahorn, and he should explode. You then shoot the Legionaries, and doors open. So, if you're lucky, they'll be together, like I am this time, if I can hit him. Alright, I got him. And he didn't explode. That's weird. Okay, that was unfortunate. Well, so, I was trying to get the double play, but the game said no. So what I'm going to do now is try to... Alright, cool. One-shot the barrier like I did there. So now, be careful. You apply Restoration too using your Barricade, of course, anytime you get hurt. So that's what I'm going to do. It's a little bit slower than I've usually run this, but it's fine. So now just play Add Clear and like wipe everything using your abilities or whatever. Abilities are the fastest in my mind. And here's this Unstoppable up here. There you go, he cooperated. And that should be a little bit of extra damage on the boss too. Not much though. So now your job is spam your abilities. There's no other champions. Tear the boss apart. There you go, he's down. And open the chest. 1 minute 30 seconds. Thank you very much for watching. If this was helpful, please be sure to like and subscribe. And if I like doing these on all characters, so I will be alternating all the time and playing with all sorts of things. Like I haven't done like Stasis in a while, for instance, or there are some solar builds I haven't really played around with. Like I've played a little bit with Bonk Hammer, that kind of thing. That's kind of fun, but that'll be coming down the line eventually. Thank you very much and have a nice day.